what does healing look like against the backdrop of enduring racial violence and oppression? How can people heal when their bodies, minds, and spirits are under constant threat and attack? Are our mental health care frameworks designed to understand and attend to soul wounds inflicted by pervasive racist brutalities? Early in my academic tenure, I explored these very questions with Dr. Willie Tolliver, my mentor and would-be committee member. And he asked me if I knew Mary Turner's story, that she was brutally murdered in 1918 while 8 months pregnant for speaking out against the unjust lynching of her husband. He then asked me, what does therapy look like for the descendants of Mary Turner? His question shifted and shaped the trajectory of my work and became the central question of my research. To answer, I turned to the poets, which I use, as Baldwin did, to mean all artists. The Black Map Project, a Black people's epistemology of healing, seeks to historicize and reimagine mental health care for Black people. I drew from Black ways of knowing and articulated and implemented call and response across every phase of the study. I first turned to archives of Black social, societal, and arts histories in the US during an independent study with my mentor and chair, dissertation chair, Dr. Michelle Fine. However, archives carry erasures. Therefore, I created the Black Map Archive, whereby everyday Black folks could write themselves in and tell their stories of Black creative healing and liberation. Additionally, I engaged in 15 oral history dialogues with Black artists, scholars, musicians, practitioners, an original freedom singer, doula, reverend, and Black culinary historian. This work did not seek to prove, rather to provoke. It did not seek to explain, rather to express. I assembled a rich historic record of how the arts have carried us through Middle Passage, plantations, prisons. Our being is an act of creativity and a story of Black survivance. Therefore, I turned to the artist to lift and distill the work and findings of this research, because across every phase of the work, it was the arts, the creativity, and the collectivity that was centrally lifted and located. And so, when I come back to the question, what does therapy look like for the descendants of Mary Turner, I lift the rigor that lives in storytelling, and I offer a deep bow to my ancestors, elders, and guides who inspired and provided the recipe that I will share with you now of Black creative healing. Just an excerpt. History, a means to preserve memory. Representation, someone invested in the we. Community that says, if you fall, I will lift you up. Reflexivity, a turn inward to self in response to the world around us. Creative embodiment, a tender to soul wounds. Spirituality, an attention to spirit in all that we do. And resourcing, drawing from and contributing to our collective cultural well. Lucille Clifton gives us an invitation to join her in celebration against the backdrop of enduring brutality and denigration. Like Maya Angelou says, and still we rise. But truth be told, this is no surprise, because one thing Black folks know how to do is be between a rock and a hard place and still come through. We make ways out of no way with potent recipes of our healing ways. Celebrate. Thank you.